Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing tonight? Thank you, everyone, for stopping by so early as we are just getting started here. It is the end of the year. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you guys have had a great holiday season so far.
Good luck on the stream today. Pour one out for my GTX 970 that died today.
Oh, yikes. Crazy Mouse, no! RIP computer. Oh, and we just had Christmas on yesterday, or yesterday-ish, depending on time zones. Oh, dear. I hope you have a good one. Hopefully you can get that replaced soon, but I suppose you shouldn't worry too much about it. Because if you guys know, StarCraft is having kind of a panic attack right now, and the servers are basically broken, and nothing works, except for very specifically Direct Strike, so we know we're going to be playing today. Today, dedicated Direct Strike stream, because that's what works right now. Why are you not loaded yet, StarCraft? Thank you. Takes so long to load. So we're gonna hop into Direct Strike here. Let's go. Yeah. Yes, chat. I am very well aware that that StarCraft server's kind of broken, but you know, we'll be fine. And if we're not fine, then we'll just have to move on to a different game, which I'm sure everyone will be happy about. We're not. Actually, that would probably anger quite a few people if we had to not play StarCraft, but it is what it is. Welcome to StarCraft. Let's get Direct Strike going. Hello there.
Warning, nuclear launch
Eric
detected.
Bernier.
Pre-stream nuclear protocol initiated.
Ooh, I started too soon. I got in before the nuke. Haha! He tried to get in with the preemptive strike. Alas, it is only a nuke. So did you need to change the title on Twitch? Title should be fine on Twitch. Is something broken on Twitch? It looks fine to me. It was a fun game earlier today. Indeed it was. My poor Tyka's teammate early in that game was very confused as to what to do. He was like, how do I handle so many Oracle stuns? I'm like, I didn't say anything, actually. I just let him figure it out on his own. I figured it would be more interesting that way. I was correct. It was more interesting. Oops, I forgot to press that button. That's unfortunate. Your Agent Age didn't know what to do at all. Everything he did, you had told him to do. Makes sense. At least he listened. Oh. Well, okay. One way to handle things. No, sometimes you get a teammate. Well, very often you get teammates that don't know what they're doing. It's rare that you get a teammate that is actually going to listen to what you tell them to do, or make any effort to learn. Will I play this Tychus Brawl? You know, almost every brawl is a Tychus Brawl. So that's a solid maybe. We'll see if our Swan teammate figures out this one. It's a lot of stuns in one spot. Luckily, I think we'll be able to... Oh, that's a bad timing here. Yep. Do we still win this by virtue of being tanky and our spawn laser? Well, we tried. It's okay. He didn't open Gary first, which is a mistake. I don't have latency set up for the streams? No, I do not have latency set up for the streams. Though if you are on YouTube, YouTube likes to do a lot of buffering, so it tends to be closer to like 15, 30 seconds, depending on buffering. Well, I appreciate the thought, Mr. Rhino. If nothing else, you know, I'm happy to be here, happy to chat, happy to spend time with you guys. What games are we playing tonight? Well, in terms of StarCraft, I really don't have a whole much of a choice because the servers are kind of broken, at least they're having some issues. And the only game in StarCraft, at least the only arcade game in StarCraft that works right now is Direct Strike. Like, literally, if I wanted to play something else, I couldn't. So, like, I don't have a choice in the matter. Just conveniently happen to be okay with that because Direct Strike makes me happy. Underway we go. I'm going to get this in preparation to deal with Gary under the expectation that, considering my opponent hasn't gotten Gary yet, probably won't. Hope you're having a good holiday season. I'm having a very good holiday season. It has been a great year, and holiday season has not disappointed. Spend time with family and extended family. We actually got together. So my family, as of last year, started doing a fun little tradition, I guess. We're putting together basically a mini games day. What we do every year is we put together a bunch of mini games and we all go have fun with said mini games. Things like some target practice, set up some balloons on a board and go shoot them. We each get a set number of shots, and whoever gets the most balloons popped wins that mini game. We'll do things like the kind of games that you'd expect, you know, children to do. Things like a pin the tail and a donkey kind of stuff. But it's actually hilariously fun. And it's also really funny because, you know, we get everyone involved, you know, mother, father, everyone comes to play. So it is all good fun. Is there a legit strat to not get Gary? No, there is zero reason whatsoever to not get Gary. It's always a drawback. Like, there is no benefit to not getting Gary in Direct Strike. Period. Of course, his wave seems to be doing better than it actually is because he has serious support from his teammate before him. Our yellow teammate is not performing particularly well. He's got, what is that, 8 Goliaths and 2 for his, just regular 2, and just 2 weapon attack upgrades, which is not good. So he's just getting kind of stomped, and having to clean up most of 2 waves. It is what it is. Incursus doing card game stream. Oh, I haven't done card games in so long. We did play like Polish poker or Polak poker. which is very simple. But I haven't done like proper card games in a long while. I used to do a lot of card games when I was younger. I was also that kid who learned the sleight of hand just to mess with people. And they used to do card tricks and such. Now, of course, I'm extremely out of practice for that kind of thing, and I attempted the other day to do sleight of hand. Did not work. It's not like riding a bike. You have to practice a lot, and never stop practicing. What do you think about Gary and Mass Zergling 3D printer? I mean, it's fun to see. Like, this is going to be a lot of wave to clean up. Actually, I think with all the abilities burned, yeah, I think with Vorazun having burnt all of his abilities on the previous cleanup wave, that it's actually workable. All right, sweet. Gonna clear these out real quick so we don't lose detection. We lost detection anyways. Banelings trickling in from behind. That hurts. But the stalkers are actually cleaning up my units. No sadness. Okay, well, this is fine. The black hole siege tank combo. That wrecks face. That wrecks a lot of face. You like this stream? Well, I think everyone should like this stream. If you guys are watching now, you guys should press that like button so we can have even more fun and games. It is the holiday season. Spread that cheer, spread that happiness, and spread those likes all over. What is Yellow spending on? From what it looked like he was spending on unit upgrades. You know, before getting units, which is pretty par for the course. For inexperienced players, but you know, what can we do? What is the top left level for? Cosmetics. You can unlock cosmetics with those levels. You get points, or experience points, which can be spent on cosmetics. I use basically none of them, except for the cannons and pylons. Those I use. But, Oracles like to clump up a couple Widow Mines. Yes, eventually. I'm more concerned about as much as it is annoying to have Remnant Corsairs and such. I'm more concerned about all these ground units that I have to deal with, mostly to deal with my wave, things like the Banelings and such, which aren't particularly vulnerable to Widow Mines because they slam into your wave and blow them up. But I may have to do something slightly different here to deal with them, I think. Let's get a couple of these guys on the field. How about Strike Fighters? Tempted, but I have a hard time getting Strike Fighters to work. Especially if there's something like a Vorazun on the field, which just shuts things down. Oh, hello there.
Streams. Always a pleasure to watch on a lazy day or night, lol. Cheers at almost 4 a.m. from Poland. Merry Christmas.
Sunday or Saturday streams not EU time zone friendly. I am glad you enjoy, Michael. Hopefully we can keep giving you something you enjoy. Thank you so much for that support. Such a nice message. Alright. Hey, we tanked it all. And we didn't lose the bunker. Great. That's what we want to see. Excellent. Cool. I think just having something like this guy to help with the leaks. It will help out significantly. Strike fighters are funny to use. They are. They're just so very much so hit and miss, if you would. No, I didn't get it down in time. That's so many banelings. When they do crash into, when they can actually successfully crash into the, what are they called? Into my Hellbats in the front. Like, we could deal with the wave when we have our frontline Hellbats there. When the Hellbats aren't there because we've had to clean up the Vorazun, then it's a little bit of a problem. That is exactly why I didn't want to spend money on dealing with Vorazun units. Because once I'm actually facing my wave, I want to hit it as hard as I can to push deep and hard into their lines. That's so many Corsairs doing a whole lot of nothing to the Hyperion. Aren't Hellbats really bad? They aren't particularly good at many things. Tanking hits from Banelings is one of the things they're pretty okay at. Notice when the Hellbats die, they stun nearby creatures. This allows the Banelings to become easy targets for my Vikings to then clean them up. I will scan in a moment so that we don't... Okay, now I can scan. Clean these up. Okay, then land again. Okay, and we still have 4 raids, which are entirely untouched, breaking things. Good job, team. Hellbats are just tanky units. They happen to be pretty good versus things like Zerglings and Banelings too. But they're not going to be destroying the opponents, if that's what you're wondering. Look at all these Banelings. Doing a whole lot of getting stuck in front of splash damage and not hitting the targets. Look, even some Hellbats survived that because the Vikings just came in and flattened everyone. Like, this guy got 5 Baneling kills alone. That's beautiful. That's what we want to see. Hellbats are good for giving free hugs of Banelings. Yes, yes they are. On Vikings, flatten things, and there go the Void Rays. And that should be it, right? We just win here? Yeah, GG. Remember, no Banelings? Banelings are pretty good. Stepman is always going to suffer if he doesn't build Gary. Like, you don't build Gary, you're never gonna perform as Stepman. Like, Stepman is... I mean, not Stepman, Gary. Like, it's just... He is the mandatory component. Because remember, Gary respawns your units when they die. So... He's kind of a significant part of your army because he is literally about 1/4 of your army, because he respawns 1/4 of your army. And if you don't have Gary, then you're just not building 1/4 of your units. So it's kind of an issue.
Warning.
Oh, hello there.
Nuclear launch detected.
Eric Brainer!
Anti-Zerg protocol initiated. P.S. Hype.
Hey. Eric Brainer coming in with the hype. Give me some love and chat for Eric. Dropping us with a huge amount of support. Coming in with such an exciting message. Force multiplier? I mean, I guess it's... I don't know if I would call it a force multiplier so much as an integral part of his unit composition. Like, he is the thing that makes Stepman work. He's the only thing that makes Stepman work. Like, think about it this way. It's like, okay, well, you have an extremely powerful... What? I miss entirely what happened with that.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Baby, before you walk away. No, I'm in the
Okay. Well, I am versus Artanis. That's good to know. Gonna need this here. And away we go.
Warning. Nuclear launch detected.
Myro. Coming in with a nuclear launch. Taking that super chat, making it exciting.
Is that the start of a new crane?
Hello there. Now, we don't have all that many people online tonight, Myro. Tonight, we're just here to chill and have a good time. Is this the same?
Stopping in to say hi.
Hello, Mr. Frisbee. How you doing tonight, man? Hope you're having a good evening in this holiday season. Craig, do you remember the name of the Stepman we had before? Is this him? Oh, hello
Warning.
there.
Nuclear launch detected.
Hello, Mr. Toyota. How are you doing there? Awesome Toyota coming in with the 100, not even going for the train so much as dropping an absolute megaton. Coming in with the 100, the absolute megaton. Oh my. Can we get some love in chat for awesome Toyota? Taking that top spot by far. It's a nuclear apocalypse. It's gonna be at this rate. Okay.
Warning. Nuclear launch detected.
Hello. Nuclear launch coming in from Rhino.
When's the next fourth stream? I seem to miss them all. Also, nuke train.
Rhino coming in with a nuclear launch. It's very likely to be on Wednesday, barring a possible special event. I expect Wednesday. Eric, I see it. It hasn't. Oh, there it is.
Warning. Nuclear launch detected.
Eric Bernier. Also, thank you, Craig.
Did someone say super chat war?
Eric Bernier coming in with the 150, taking that top spot by a huge margin. Oh gosh.
Warning. Nuclear launch detected.
Awesome Toyota. Keeping up the train. As we're going absolutely crazy tonight. Thank you so much.
Well, I can't top it, but hey, nukes.
Awesome Toyota, keeping the train alive. It seems like that's on the agenda today. Oh dear. Let me see what kind of player he is. Does he have Gary yet? No, he does not. It's okay. Oof. Oh, that hurts a lot. That's like a half of my wave of HP, and that's more than half my wave dead there. Yikes. It's going to be very difficult to carry Stetman in this, especially against with a Tychus on the other side. Let me see if I can get a siege tank. See if we can stack this. I mean, at least the Sky Fruit is bonus damage to the Archon. Let's get this down here with extra speed. Is it the same Stepman? Ooh. Oh, yikes. Like, that's one of the things. Like, Stepman is balanced around Gary and his existence. It's like, okay, well, I'm just going to straight up not build 25% of my army and expect it to work. It's like, no. Your units are specifically designed to include an additional 25% markup because they are expected to revive at the 25% rate. So by not using Gary, you just have 25% fewer units. It doesn't work out.
Nuclear launch detected.
With builder leopards coming in with a nuke. And Duelalama.
Nuke, go boom boom.
Wait.
Everything is on fire!
Can't afford the train, but
Joelama.
here's a bus pass from us broke.
That is a tongue twister of her name. Duelalama. Alright. Coming in with the support. Thank you so much. Auto Devour Dahaka and Stepman without Gary. It's like every second random game. I mean, that's true, but it doesn't make it any better. I really hope Staggear hits his tier 3 shield just to completely invalidate that Stepman there. Like, entirely shut him down. Just to see how he reacts. And hopefully he learns. Yikes. Okay, did my siege tank survive? What happened to that? Okay. He doesn't even have the bonus HP upgrades yet. Oh, jeez. Greetings to the land down under. Ooh. Oh, good morning to you, Mr. Panda Bear. At least Auto Devour do something. No, Gary is the worst. This is, I mean, it's true. Alright, siege tanks are trying. Sky Fury is dying quite fast. Does at least one of the tanks survive? Come on, pull aggro. Stun. Hey, it survives at 55 HP, which means it can do a lot of damage at the next wave. Which is what I want to see, because he needs the help. Okay. Alright. What's going to be a good option here? I probably want to do this. Just so I have a little extra tankiness for my wave. I don't want to invest too heavily into more troopers because troopers are just going to have they're just going to die. I take it that means he's gotten... Yeah, he's gotten upgrades. These banelings will do absolutely nothing as we're getting nuked again. Uh-oh. Awesome. Toyota coming in with a nuclear launch. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get some love and chat for Toyota, who's keeping this train alive?
If I nuke train could nuke nukes.
And siege tanks. At this point, I'm just kind of hoping to push with Banana Bean so that we can make an effort to... Like, it's only 2 siege tanks, though. Which is not going to be enough. Wow. I mean, that's 13 kills, 17 kills. It's a lot. Oh, this might be a decent push where all 3 of us are stacked. It's not nearly enough. Those banelings, without the Gary follow-up for the second wave, he's got no chance. That's a yikes.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
Eric Bernier coming in with a nuclear launch.
Warhead hit the stream.
Hello there. It's incredible how you can somehow see people with 3,000 plus games. They seem to be incredibly inexperienced. They just refuse to learn. Yeah, I mean, well, welcome to humanity. That's not new. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Tychus who is manually controlling, manually microing. Alright, I'm hoping this black hammer will be enough single target peeps to help us out with things. I should actually disable this mode for now. Let this guy Fury handle these things up here. Why is it not attacking? Literally, it's not attacking. It's sitting there taking hits and not attacking these phoenixes. That's a yikes. Okay.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
I don't really like SC, but I stay for the nukes.
Rhino coming in with the nuclear launch, keeping that nuke train going. Thank you so much. Alright. We should be able to clean up Tychus. We lose most of our front line. The rest of it will be gone in the storm. Didn't I disable your autocast of this? I did. Why are you still autocasting? Okay. Okay. Alright, let's get a little bit more tanky front line here. Hopefully we can survive the coming death for us. Real question is, will Dahaka eventually peak enough impalers to win the wave? That's what I'm kind of counting on. Like, Dahaka leaks enough to win the wave, and then and then we can actually push. And when we push, I want to be able to do the best pushing I can. And for that, I need siege units. And a lot of siege units. Okay, I'm just gonna... I need to invest in another Sky Fury here. Artanis is starting to get... Alright, come on. There we go. Now he's attacking again.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
Another nuclear launch coming in from my row. Nuke train emote.
emote went Toyota.
Oh, well, what would a nuke train emote look like?
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
A new kind of train. It's like cargo nuke.
Yeah, what he said.
How does mayonnaise laugh?
Warning,
El
nuclear
Mayo.
launch detected.
Awesome Toyota. Coming in with another nuke, and Incognito coming in with the megaton of pun. You guys are spoiling me.
How does mayonnaise laugh? LMAO.
Thank you so much, coming in with so much support. Oh my god, he got Gary, and suddenly just the leak of lurkers is enough to take out just about everything on the front line. Just about everything Tychus. Oh, that's beautiful. I cannot stop this Black Hammer from going into Overwatch mode, and it makes me sad. Alright, well, I guess siege tanks it is. Maybe I can do another line of these guys. Have them trickle in afterward. Megary, yes, and it turns into a huge amount of units on the front, which helps out immensely. Look at all those Tychus units ceasing to exist. Isn't it amazing? Just a huge amount of damage increase. Like, look, it's not on autocast. Like, you can't stop it from going Overwatch mode, which makes me very sad because I really wanted him to pummel the Archons. Okay. Disable the autocast on the left? I did not. Maybe that'll work. It's the only thing I haven't tried yet. Probably would have been one of the first things I should have tried. It's looking like your game earlier, but from your perspective. At least you said that your H&H listened to you. This is... It's taken him 20 minutes to get his Gary. A little less than 20 minutes. Despite requests. Alright, sweet. Alright, now you can enable this. Like, our Sky Furies are still going to destroy all these Centus, as they have just done. Sky Furies are very broken. Broken isn't the right word. Very strong, I should say. He's got super carry. Will that help him? I think that'll really help him in this case. I mean, it's never a bad time for super carry, I guess, but except for maybe against versus Phoenix. I'm just gonna let the Thor expire to the Tempest and move on. Let the Sky Furies handle the sky. May actually want to invest in a third Sky Fury here to help me clean it up faster. Let me do that. And then with my minerals, I can get 1/1 for these guys. Does having more Garys, you're only allowed to have one Gary. You cannot have more than one Gary. Go away, Tempests. Good job, everyone. Gosh. Gatling cannons do 119 damage versus massive at 0.71. That's like 150 DPS to ground targets with the massive tag. I don't know how Blizzard thought that was okay. If you guys wonder why Sky Furies get random nerfs. Alright, let's get a bit more anti-air here. Spread that out. We're getting pushed back. You know what that means. More siege tanks. Also, they have an Akara healing everything, which is not helping. He tried. Yeah, I can't break Tychus here. Tychus too strong. I can still clear out the Tempests, but yikes. 22 kills and counting. Let's get tier 4 going. To think that Tychus doesn't even have unit upgrades yet. Like, it's only going to get worse. things are not going to get better here for us. I think I'm gonna actually have to invest in... Oh, that's gonna be such a bad time. Like, I can't even really invest into... Okay, how do I handle this? It's like I can't really invest into troopers here. Sonic Storm kills near infinity amounts of troopers. Troopers would be a significant DPS for us. What I have 0 snipers? The Emperor's Shadows can get feedbacked, which basically just insta-pops them. And the Archons have feedback. So if they get within line of sight of the Archons, I lose the Emperor's Shadow. Versus Tychus, like, they're okay, but they're not great. Mind control sucks a lot. Although that's not the biggest concern right now.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
Oh dear. I don't know if Dahaka can save us here, but he's gonna try. Alright, he got Tychus down,
I
but
once
that's gonna
told
hit
someone
really
so
hard.
many porn jokes they told me I had to stop up their head, my pup.
GG. Eric Bernier coming in with the puns. Thank you so much for dropping in that nuke. Does Emperor's Shadow super cloak when their HP is low when they almost die? Yes, they do. Technically, they won't insta-pop from the feedback. They'll get feedback to go down to very low HP, and then they'll do the super cloak. But then you just have a regular ghost, effectively, with no abilities, sitting there in super cloak for a bit, and they won't get their energy back before the super cloak runs out, and then they die. Ultra streaming in from the flanks might allow you to get some troopers. No. The problem with troopers versus specifically Artanis is that the storm will be cast on the troopers. Like, the Archons just won't cast it on the ultras. So it just really doesn't matter. If you have troopers, they will get stormed. Now, what I could have done is get troopers in the back line. So after the first wave of my troopers and Zerglings and such get murdered to storm, then they will be able to walk up and do some damage. There's always a second wave of storm.
Warning, nuclear launch
And
detected.
at least there would have been something from it, as we're getting nuked again. Eric Bernier.
I told them that they didn't have to call the cops, they just needed to get the colonel.
Ah, jeez. Eric Bernier coming in with the puns. Thank you so much for the nuke. Alright, let's see who we're against. This is a Nova. That is my opponent. Awesome. And now we go. Their pink is stepping from last game? Yes, I am aware. There we go. Let's see. How to deal with Gary. We should be able to clear up this Gary. Let's just do this while I can. Okay. Excellent. Time shark, no! Don't. Okay. Ooh. So the problem with having supplicants this far back is sometimes they don't get consumed before Alarak dies. You gotta look out for that. I think we're gonna be okay. Alright, sweet. And he's already got the plus range, which is nice, because we can kind of cheese out the bunker if they don't do anything about it. They are going to do something about it, but still. Yeah, well, saw that one coming a mile away. This is why I have him on Phoenix mode rather than melee mode, Praetor mode, because at least now he still has a decent weapon. Ooh, so he's got an Emperor's Shadow. A little feedback goes a long way there. It's actually sliding over here.
When we had that feeling, the stars were our ceiling. Past the edge of town, 'cause you had nothing else.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's the thing. Like, as much as I was aware the ghost is there, and I know I needed to scan, like, I couldn't kill it anyway, so, like, it just sucks. So now my teammates gotta deal with it. I'm gonna play the Brawl next. You know, I don't think I'm too keen on the Brawl this week. Hello there, Elise1993. Welcome to the chat. Dodging the EMPs left and right. Like, I had detection, but I'm not going to be able to clean up those units anyway, so, like, eh. Let me do this. Yeah, makes sense, Greg. Is the ghost on autocast? Probably. Doesn't really matter that much. Phoenix doesn't have units that are going to get EMP'd more than Phoenix himself. Got the ghost. Nice. Did not actually expect. Can I get it? I think so. Yeah, I can. Just need to make sure that this guy is over here. Sweet. I think actually for once Artanis is going to be the premium target for a shield overcharge. Usually you want to use Artanis' shield overcharge on something with a lot of units so that you get the most shield out of the overcharge. And very often Artanis is not that choice, so you want to use it on your allies' waves. But both me and my other teammate, namely Alarak and Phoenix, don't really get massive amounts of units. We're all very single unit focused, so shield overcharge just kind of works. Just kind of works best on Artanis' wave for once. Oh yeah, that is definitely manual cast EMP. He just straight up missed everything with that. Like, that's not an AI cast. Oh, hello there. That's a big unit. Alright, let's push. This poor guy, he's still leveling up all of his other royal guards. He's got a Black Hammer and a Pride of August guard at the same time. What is he spending his money on? Jeez. Well, I would say there's only one way to learn, but I don't think experience is going to help him much. Alright, let's go. Does that make sense as a good commander? Yes.
You never stop calling me crazy, but you the one that's fucking crazy. And it's time for me to run. Yeah, it's time for me
Did he also spend money on weapon and armor upgrades? I have no idea. He didn't build any units that had that used weapon or armor upgrades, so I had no way of seeing if he had them. Spreadsheet is live. Yes. What Titan do you recommend for a new player? You can finish the campaign. Titan. Which game? You'd assume Titanfall. I don't assume things. Like, I'm happy to answer questions and such, but I'm gonna have to actually give some context there. Titanfall? Titans are actually, for a beginner, like Titanfall 2 especially, not terribly difficult to learn. You're not gonna go wrong picking up any Titan. The biggest difference in terms of learning when it comes to Titans is the skill ceiling rather than the skill floor. It's not like, oh, avoid this Titan because it's so hard to learn that you can't, that noobs can never use it. It's more like some Titans are easy to use efficiently, some Titans are not. Like, probably Ion is one of the easier Titans to use. I say that knowing that it's also one of the harder Titans to use in terms of potential skill ceiling. Alright. We're gonna have to do this then. Also depends on your playstyle. Well, yeah, everything depends on your playstyle. But specifically for Titans, I wouldn't go up to someone and say, "Well, you shouldn't play this Titan because you're new." That's not that kind of level. Actually, does he already have? He does, so I should not be playing around with those. Let's actually do this. It's like, did I see a Blaze first? I did see a Blaze first. I shouldn't be playing around with DTs. Already have a good one right now. Good luck out there.
Then we found a hotel with a cigarette smell, so we knew we're close. We don't need a map, everywhere is home. We don't need a map, everywhere is home. Is where I can find some peace of mind to make my own way. I don't know where I will end up.
You see how many mistakes that Tychus makes? Well, he's already made a pretty big one by not opening Tychus. So we can just kind of abuse. This void we're doing near trivial amounts of damage. Oh my gosh, we have a Nakara second. That's also a mistake. Does he get punished for it this wave in particular? Nope. He will get punished later. T-Tychus players? Yeah, T-Tychus and Dahaka. The Dahaka is tier 3, by the way. I didn't notice this. So, Mr. Young, be aware. This sucks, at least for me, because we've basically held him at his bunker and done 0 damage. This versus Stalkers is one of the few times where Nakara is actually meaningfully good. His Stalker DPS is so abysmal. Nakara just straight out heals it. Would Void Rays be good? No. Void Rays do effectively 0 damage to things that are not armored. And then you take into account that Tychus comes with extra armor. Just innately extra armor. It's a real bad time to be using Void Rays. I built them not knowing what my opponent was. My opponent didn't start with units, and didn't have his turrets up, so I didn't see the base defenses. So I'm like, okay, well, if they're not going to defend themselves, I'm just going to take their turret. They're just going to destroy their cannon. So I built a couple Void Rays, and unfortunately, that was when we saw Tychus units. Because 2 Void Rays will absolutely just destroy any amount of defenses and also take the bunker. As will this many Banshees, by the way. So this bunker is very dead. Just help out with this real quick. Thank you. There's a fair amount of splash damage there. Wipe out that wave. Just to push into their tower a little. Scare them a bit, though I do not expect us to do any serious damage to their base. The Void Rays are useless. Why don't you sell them? Because I only get half money back for it, and also it makes the opponents think about what I'm going to do with the air. Like, they're not useless, they're just not useful. This is actually a moment where I'm super tempted to get more DTs just to wipe out those Tychus units a little bit faster. Like, they have an Akara over here and a Vega, and they're going all gear. Like, that's what DTs are good at dealing with. Let me just finish off this 3rd line of Stalkers. They get a Vega in response, so we're pretty much like 2 Void Rays to prompt my opponent to get a Vega is absolutely worth it. It's just, it's like a race to see which is less useful, and the answer is whoever spent the most money. And Vega's far more money than the Void Rays are, so that's the only reason it makes it worthwhile. It's worth it if he gets a Vega for the Voids, but he's a noob if you do that. Yes, this is true. It's one of the reasons why he's losing, actually, because he spent like twice the amount. Is that twice? He spent probably about 3 times the amount of money that I did on those Voids. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons why he's behind heavily. But that's kind of how Tychus loses their games every single time. They do something silly like getting a Vega to deal with 2 Void Rays. You're missing DPS but not getting attack upgrades, worth getting when you have 8+ units. Yes and no. Stalkers do their damage by surviving a long time, and they survive a long time by blinking repeatedly. If you do not have enough stalkers to constantly be blinking on without them running out of cooldown, then your stalkers are not going to do any damage at all. The stalkers, sure, it's beneficial, strictly damage for damage, for me to get a damage upgrade, a weapon upgrade, as opposed to another stalker after having, you know, 10 stalkers. But 10 stalkers with 1 damage upgrade is not better than, I don't know, than 12 stalkers. Just because the extra HP and the ability to cycle the blink faster. The blink more often. Works out better. Especially versus something like Tychus, that's just going to be constantly cycling one stalker after the other. But yeah, once I get that point where my stalkers are surrounding them, and every time he shoots, it's just another stalker and it blinks every time, and my stalkers are taking 0 damage because I've hit that critical mass. Then yeah, weapon upgrades are long past due. Shield upgrades don't really help in that case at all, but I get them anyways, just in case they leak, which they tend to do. You'll create a lobby and invite. It's okay. I'm enjoying seeing you guys try and fail to stream snipe, which is a rare occurrence. Generally, you guys are on the spot. Banana is on the spot always. Like he's unavoidable. Banana is inevitable. The rest of you guys need to step up your game. Already have a good one, actually. Today is indeed a good day to be hungover. Or drunk, whichever comes first. That's a lot of ground-based Hellion-like units. Luckily, I have a laser beam and Hellbats. I need to get one of these for the inevitable switch and be prepared for that. Is the Ares ever useful for Swan? Effectively, no. There is a use case for it in explicitly Swan versus Carrix. But outside of that, no.
spinning me into another lost time. Tell me where this road will end before I drive over the edge. Give me one way to recover myself because I can't bear. Now I'm into my thinking about you. I'm into my thinking. Brother, I'm too kind to give you all of my truth.
They're using some brawls because they hit with the heroic tag. Yeah. Areas can't be lifted by mirages. Yes. That, and they actually have decent single target anti-air, which is useful versus mirages, as opposed to like the Thor, which really does not do well single target damage. Oh look, it's a tech switch. Who could have seen that one coming and already got wraiths? Unfortunately, we were fighting over the cannon, which kind of invalidated anything I could have done. He's got an auto clicker set up for just the auto join button. Oh, that's a cannon. That's gonna be a problem. Or siege tank. Never mind, that could be a problem. Abathur is a good unit. His lack of detection and the cloaking on and off. Dodging every one of those missiles. That's funny. Raids are so much fun. They really are. They're so good. Oh, yeah, he is new. Alright, let's just... We're almost getting to the point where we're starting to roll around here. What happened? Yikes. Need more reds. I think he's got more money spent in the air than I do at this point. It's a lot of units to clean up, boys. I don't know that I can out DPS all this. And we're okay. We saved the bunker. That's a hard yikes. I don't have the tanky units to survive yet. Okay. Need more reviews. Oh dear. Wait, is he? Oh, he's versus Tychus. Oh, that hurts. Though, to be fair, the Tychus isn't taking advantage of the strengths there. So I don't see why I don't see why Max would be losing so so hard. Alright, we've got the Hellbats on the field. They'll clean up all those ground units. Okay, that should be better. Let me do this. It should help out. Alright, sweet. We're actually pushing forward now. I can get bonus damage. Are we gonna be fighting on the turret again? No, this is how they started stacking last time. If I can get +2 weapons here, that would be awesome. Thank you. Do we smash it anyways? Yes, we just clean smash. Okay. This is good. This is very good. Sweet. That's nice. Going to get more of these. I'll get the next gas because I suspect we're going to be here a little while. To explain how gassing works? Gassing is just your basic trickle type economy. You get a... It's just a mine, you gas, and it gives you constant income. That's it. There's nothing more complicated than that. It's specifically half a mineral per second. Or 0.5 minerals per second.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
Hello there.
First time I've been able to catch your stream. I love your vids, man. Keep up the wonderful.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy. Plague Nemesis coming in with the 20, the super chat, the nuclear launch, and the support. Thank you so much, man. The Vikings are pretty brutal. With these siege tanks leaking, I lose my front line, which means I lose everything else behind. Let's see if I can't help stack by doing this. Yeah. The stack is quite brutal. Got 3 tier 0 tanks. Oof. That hurts. More Hellbats will probably kill the ground. There's no amount of Hellbats that I can beat, that I can build that will clear out Tychus and Siege Tychus units with Siege Tank behind. Siege Tank support. Alright, so now we're actually pushing forward with ground units. And how are we looking here? Not too hot, actually. Okay, well, units got distracted. I need to be tier 3 to get this upgrade. Otherwise, my Goliaths are not going to hit the targets I want them to hit. Let's get a couple more of these out the gate. And then we'll go tier 3 for the double attack. Your eyes are still bleeding while looking at the Abathur. At least he's not incompetent. He's pretty okay. I just understand that not micro in the bios could be a sin sometimes. Oof. He landed one of those Widow Mine hits. The damage is real. But good lord, dude, Ray, this hit so hard. Just watching those Vikings melt.
I'm sorry, baby, gonna have to let you down.
AI just yoinked the Hellbats. That's fine. Oh, that's a very dead siege tank. Why does he not have... He's got 4 unupgraded shock divisions and no siege speed. It hurts. It hurts so much. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Just to make sure we don't get hit with any splash damage here. You know, before the inevitable, Tychus comes to blow up all our units. The Tychus is pretty well kitted out to deal with my shenanigans. He's got the Nux with the upgrade, Tychus. Well, everyone's got Tychus as Tychus. The Manx guy, no, he's trying. He's gonna learn eventually. Alright, so now we should clean up Han and Horner without too much of an issue. I do want another set of raids on the other side. But with the advent of bonus damage from the ground and +3 weapons, these Vikings are going to get knocked out of the air very quickly. But then Tychus comes in and just wipes out our entire wave with 2 abilities. And then the Vikings are gonna leak. If I were to do this exact same setup on the other side, we might be able to thrash those Vikings fast enough. The yoinks. It's still funny to see the yoinks happen. That never gets old. Yeah. The side with all the rays kind of just ruffle stomps over the Vikings. It's the side without all the rays that has an issue. And then, ooh, there go the rays. You got the kills. Whoa. Well, Nux got 10 of them. I don't know how many Tychus got with his grenade. But the raids did trade with Tychus, which is good. One of the few times Yoink is actually okay on the Abathur wave when you have mostly ground units. They just get absorbed into the mass that is Mass Roach Ravager. Oh, ho, 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 ho. 7 kills on Tychus. 6 kills on that Nux, 7 kills on that Nux. At least we burned all of his abilities, all of his big abilities, so that they don't hit our Megsk friend. But yikes. It hurts to see. Is Pride heroic? I don't believe so, no. It's just thick.
Not enough minerals.
Vega can mind control it? Well, what Vega can mind control is not based on whether or not it's heroic. But, yes. Vega can mind control any of Tychus's unit, or Megsk units. I question whether or not... Okay, I think it's no longer worth me trying to get wraiths. If we encounter the Deimos Vikings in a 1v1, I think we got it covered. I gotta deal with Tychus now. I think my option for this is going to be Thor's as the better choice. For now, let's do 1, 2, 3. Like so. We can get more Goliaths as needed. I'm gonna stagger the raids a little bit so they don't clump up by the time we fight Tychus. I want them to be clumped. I just kind of have to understand that they will die when splash damage happens, and while splash damage is unavoidably, it is what it is. Like otherwise, the raids are not doing damage. So like, kind of got to deal with it. Yeah, when the Vikings are not guarded by Tychus units, they just do not survive. So definitely the right call there. It is Thor time. Thor's not immune to the Nux Storm, but also not gonna die quickly. At least not before the Thors destroy the Nux. Cyclones are good versus Tychus? Yes, they are. Deadaway's not making 1-2 level 3 Sky Furies for other Vikings. Well, he cannot make level 3 Sky Furies, period, because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 9 units in training at once, so he cannot make a level 3 anything. Also, Sky Furies are weak to Vikings. Deimos Vikings do a huge amount of spell damage, which the Sky Furies just kind of die to because their damage reduction doesn't work versus spell damage. Yeah, those Vikings don't even really have time to blink back. The Wraiths just fly over them and evaporate them as they go past. Oh, disable the anti-air? Oh, I'd always disable the anti-air on the Thors. It's the first thing I do every time. Like, there's no reason I ever want anti-air enabled on Thors. At least he's making tanks? Yes. Yes, at least he is making tanks. Tanks without the siege... Did he just get the siege speed upgrade? Did I see that? Oh my gosh, he got it right now. Like, it was... These guys were slow, and then he immediately got the upgrade. He got the upgrade, and it was like mid-transformation it sped up. That was amazing. We finally have real siege damage coming out of him. Yeah. Oh, that's a shielded blaze. Why am I surprised? This has been gear types with all the upgrades. Okay. In that case, let's get a few more of these on the field. Let's get the armor upgrades. I realize we're taking mostly spell damage. I want the armor. I think it's been 23 minutes. I think it's about time we get the armor ups. Got a little bit to go? Huh, okay. And I'm just not paying attention. one corrosive bile sending all of those Vikings screaming and running. We're actually starting to run low on the wraiths here. We're dealing with those Vikings. Yet one blaze is enough to tank everything. More Thors.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough
Oil makes tank shoots really slow. More importantly, he has a blaze with the shield, so tanks are not going to be useful. Period. He got a black hammer. I mean, he's not gonna have strong units for the rest of the game. It's way too. He's way too late for that. Tell him what he's doing wrong. I've long since learned it's not worth volunteering information. If he wants to learn, he can ask. You can turn on the chat. Chat is on. No one's talking. I'm just too busy trying not to die. That's fair. Alright, so we finally broke through Blaze and still had a few Thors remaining, and that's enough to break through everything else. That's good. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this. It's good DPS. Any plans for more Ministry? Yes. Not tonight, but yes. I'm feeling particularly not in the mood for thinking or APM, so Direct Strike is a good choice for that. So many Vikings. Come on, break through the blaze! Alright. We are breaking through the blaze pretty consistently now. Alright, so I don't know what's worse to deal with, a handful of Vikings or Tychus frontline. I'm going to guess Tychus frontline considering the effects there. Come on, one more. Yeah. Getting a double line. Probably no cat and mouse then? Well, no cat and mouse for more important reason. StarCraft is kind of broken right now. Literally the only game that works is Direct Strike. So, yeah. Alright, looks like we got away without taking too much splash damage. Those shock divisions gonna do terrible things to my line. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been building wraiths. So now we got kind of... He's got too many Vikings for us to clean up. Have I ever played Slay the Spire? I've actually not played Slay the Spire. I'm aware of it, and it looks pretty cool. Definitely the kind of game I would be interested in. My excuse is I was waiting for Slay the Spire to come out on mobile, and then it never did. So, the air situation is bad? Yeah. Kinda is. And of course that's a level 3 pride, so there goes a significant chunk of my army. And now that Tychus is pushing in, I'm going to lose most of my rays to splash damage before we even get this party started. And oh look, that's a Black Hammer destroying all of my stuff. That's a lot. Sky Fury's not going to solve that problem. Oh, you know, at least he tried. I'm going to get this in hopes that it's going to help. Actually, wait a minute. Wait. I want next tier. Thank you. It's not the Vikings that are the problem. I think you should tell him before it's too late. There is nothing I can say that will help this man. Even Yellow knows this. Cyclones and Glass better anti-air in this case? Yes. At least micro the Thor abilities. I'm not concerned about the Thor abilities. It's such a trivial amount of what's happening here that I'm not too... It's not meaningful. I'm versus Tychus, which is not affected by the stun, and I'm versus Han and Horner, whose only ground is Widow Mines, which... also not meaningfully affected by stun. Like it's not a major factor here. Literally just have that for the bonus DPS. 5 Hellbats. Yeah, 5 Hellbats. Thors do such trivial anti-air damage. Like, come on. You still like the Vikings when they land? I mean, they're not landing. We're way beyond the point where our units are surviving to the next spawn. Can't you make single target Thors? No. At least the Pride is getting raised into the oblivion. Do I know a lot about PC setup? Yes, I have done computer repair and PC building professionally for many years. The Pride triple splash Yamato. So good. Hmm. 200 in that time should be good. Here comes death. Can we survive this? Oh, the splash damage Nux ability, it's survived. I was hoping the Nux didn't survive, but he's right there and got 15 kills. That's a yikes. I have 2 Thors that survived that. Oh my god. This is gonna be pretty much a full offset.
Not enough minerals. Not enough
Oh
minerals.
dear. Just the sheer wall of Vikings behind the other wave seems like overkill for you for some reason. It isn't. Really, Hunter Horner doesn't have any other option that's going to help them here. So there's no other unit to get. At least for Hunter Horner's perspective. Like, there's nothing that he could get which would help him more than just another Viking. If that makes sense. Well, at least we beat up all the Vikings. Like, we finally hit that point where we could beat them up again. That's nice. Just needed many more Wraiths and 3 lines of Goliaths. At least the Vikings let you fight in the shade. Alright, this is one time where I'm gonna wanna make sure to micro the Thor ground to air ability. Why is there so much lag? Because units. Alright, so now we're hitting the sky from the ground. And stunning things. Trying. We tried. Alright. Any plans about Evil Genius or Amazing Cultivation Simulator? Never heard of whatever that was you just said. So probably not. Those siege tanks need to stop being there, thank you. That was a massive amount of damage. That's a disgusting siege line he's got there. Oh gosh. I'm losing my Goliath to Widow Mines, it seems, which is not the ideal. Not the ideal.
Not enough minerals.
To run out of space to place Vikings, will you outscale them? He's not going to run out of space to place Vikings. I will run out of space to place units, period, before he runs out of space to place Vikings. Hmm.
Not enough minerals.
Ares might actually be good here. I was just thinking the same thing. Get the anti-air attack going. Goliath's doing good damage. Stun as many as we can, and hey, we win the wave, even after cleaning up the mess from the leaks. I mean, congratulations, boys. We're ahead of the Haunted Hoarder wave still, even after all this time. It's just everything else that's the problem. Ah. More Firebat for a while? Nah, it's not.
Not enough.
It's not the frontline tank. That's the issue. Firebats aren't good units. They're just. They have their use.
Not
I was discussing about a swarm house behind. And it's probably related. Oh, do we just win here? That's a lot of brooders on the base, and that's very... Okay, yeah, well, it's about time. GG. Whew. Is Yellow even doing anything? Yeah, Yellow's performing well. Beautiful. One time Ares is helpful. I built like 2 of them. I don't think they made a meaningful impact on the match. Zerghex? I think I'll pass. I did play a few rounds recently, actually. Oh, this is going to be one-sided. It's going to be very one-sided. And away we go. All right. And we are against Nova, of course. Why do I even question? Greg, Nova's one of Greg's favorites. There we go. Alright, and in slot 2 we have no one. It's probably Abathur. Given that. No, I'm versus Abathur, okay. Yeah, I'm versus the Abathur. Okay. Who is their middle player? Perhaps we shall never know.
Research complete.
What about Maze and Turn? So the arcade's having a bit of... Oh, that's Warzone. Okay. The arcade's having a bit of a breakdown and doesn't work. The exception to that is Direct Strike. So... So today we Direct Strike. A lot. Oh, there goes the snipe. Oh, well, okay. I don't know what I expected. That's gonna be very one-sided. I mean, at least he's got detection, but the stuns are going to be real. He's going to need a Thoracic to solve the stun problem. Is that a Rush Tempest? It was. It was indeed. Which is, you know, a questionable decision, but decision nonetheless. Melts. Abathur units melts. So this is going to be a tale of a teammate who gets wrecked so hard that they do not participate in this match, which is really rather unfortunate for our team. Alright, so he lost Kerrigan, which I was kind of hoping would stay around because I'm kind of building around stacking here. You know, keep Kerrigan alive, go from there. Please use your ability on something. Alright, I think it's time we get some damage output of our own. What do we want to go with? What do we want to go with? Let's do this. Huh. I feel bad right now for this Kerrigan, because this Kerrigan is just basically going to do everything they can to carry us, and I'm not significantly helping that process. I'm like, my teammates got it. Let me just get tier 3 Thors. I'll be fine, and Kerrigan is just holding the team on their back. That is so many wards. Alright, sweet. With enough stacking on top of the bunker, we can actually get some damage done. I don't know that this is enough units to defeat that. To defeat Banana Bean's wave. Queens are quite strong. It's enough. It is absolutely enough. Okay. It'll be probably another 2 ways before I get enough units to seriously harm Abathur, but this will be a good start. The difference one Torask makes in Vorazun versus Kerrigan versus Vorazun is just night and day. I usually get 2, 1 for front, 1 for back. And now we beat the ground. And now we help out versus the Goliaths, which, you know, we're doing what we can. Oh dear. I mean, I'm sure you'll be okay there, Craig. You're already wiping out 1.5 waves. The Tempest's actually doing some work, only because they're not getting shot. Yes. There's somebody else there to do damage. Yeah, the Corsair leak makes a huge difference. The Corsairs will wipe me out if they leak, and I cannot handle them. He's seriously still going Tempest. Come on, bro. Immortals. You can do it. Oh, he's got up to 3 Taurus now. I usually only do 2 in this matchup. But 3's fine. I guess. Come on, nail it. Yeah, this is why you want to have at least one of those Taurus behind the Hydra line, like directly behind the Hydra line. Oh, he's got a Reaver. Good tried. Alright, hopefully this can help somewhat. The Abathur Bile Barrage. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, isn't it? Here comes death. I don't have any anti-air. Okay, well. Can I make it past to get... Nope. They deal massive damage. Okay. change of plans then.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
This might actually be a call for Kerrigan to get some more Thorax to help deal with the Goliaths. Well, let's do this. I know. They do triple amounts of damage and they die to the blood rays, but they try.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
And one more. Alright. Weapon damage. Alright, nice. We actually... we're okay here. This should push pretty well. Come on! So many Goliaths with so many damage upgrades. Why did he have to get Reavers? I mean, the burst damage is nice, but... I mean, it's better than not. It's better than not getting things.
Not enough minerals.
Big lasers, the NCR. I mean, it is, but also it's not. Ooh. Yeah, they have NCR already enabled. Like, technically, yeah, sure, it is anti-air, but it's not going to solve the problem of there being air units. Void Ray is so good. We knew this round was... we knew we weren't going to survive this match. I'm just happy we've made it so far.
Enjoy watching all your videos. I don't have a PC, so I play through you, future man.
Hey! Glad you enjoy Mega Jerry. Do we just straight lose here? Ooh, it's gonna be close. Almost got it. Almost saved it. GG. And away we go. Can't snipe that. Well, someone did. Hope to get a PC sooner or later. Well, you know, we'll be here when you do. Meantime, make sure to hit that like button so that you guys can make this stream even bigger, even better. Your graphics card is on the fritz, and there's none being sold near you under 3x the normal price. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. It is pretty brutal right now. With all the graphics card upselling, as it were. Greetings. That's not how that works. Units don't have collision. They can walk clean through it. Ah. Oh. Rip Queen. Yoshi came this. Alright, so who are we against and what kind of mess do we have to clean up? An awkward moment when a single medic out heals the DPS. Oh, okay, we're versus Tychus. You can't do it. Bad matchup for Artanis if you leaked in. I mean, I guess it depends what's being leaked. Like, it's not that bad. Let's not get Singularity Charge. Doesn't help that much here. To do this, then I want to do this. Those medics are actually going to be a huge problem. There, really need to get rid of them.
Everything is on fire!
Like, I'm tempted to get...
I noticed you flying on a Marish today. Glad to still see you planetside.
Oh, hey!
Happy holidays and a happy new year.
Yeah, I logged in for like 30 minutes. The last few minutes of an alert. I had some very cinematic moments. Knife fighting other infantry, except I was in an ESF with Hellfires. And they just had decimators. It was good fun. That cool bird coming with everything's on fire. Thank you. Isn't this player the art? No, it's the... Okay, well... Should probably tell Lephris to get any amount of feedback, but it would seem that we're just gonna run through it. Like, I'm not even gonna survive if we lose before I get to tier 3. Like, I don't know how to help that. Like, everyone else is leaking so hard. Ah, it hurts. Oh, it hurts so much. Alright, give him a shield. Realize I could have waited for the next wave to spawn, but I don't think his units would have survived long enough. He's got 1-1. Okay. Alright, what's going on here? Dragoons versus Dahaka is what's going on here. Like, you can't let the medics... Okay, I'm gonna have to clean up all 3 waves here is what's happening. It's really rather unfortunate. I should mention something. Feedback is very strong versus medics. So medics actually just, they have a low HP and high energy, so they just straight up die. I should at least mention that, because otherwise we're just never gonna, we're not gonna have any amount of success here. Alright, good, he got a high Archon and not a High Templar. Good. Remember, he does have access to the bonus, the amulet, Calderon amulet, that gives bonus starting energy. God. Can we unstack them? Yes. Okay. Tell me you're getting a second Archon. Tell me you're getting a second Archon. He's only got 200 minerals. Like. Okay. The Tempest stacks are enough to get the damage done. Ow! Ravagers. Doing well. Splash damage is a good unit. Okay. There's a storm. No more medics. Alright. Alright. I got the Tempest down, but not the bonus ability. We are stacking. Okay, well... Disintegrate comes in. At least they don't... At least those swarms don't go up. Doesn't have upgrade. You know... I'm not questioning. You don't know what this is? Please explain. So this is Direct Strike. It's a custom map or mod, if you would, for StarCraft. It turns it into an auto chess, an auto battler, not unlike Teamfight Tactics or Dota Underlords, that kind of thing. Instead of having a very small amount of units, each getting various upgrades and levels, you have a large army, and you can give upgrades to things. And it's usually more about your army composition and placement than RNG based on what units are offered to you. But it's good fun. And yeah, it looks like Tekis says, okay, we're going to lose all these units here. Let me do this. Just giving it the 4 Tempest is not great, but oh, those biles hitting one tiny little... I think I'm going to scan here because my teammates not going to scan here because they didn't actually reach the point. Oh, he's got a High Templar. Yikes. Now Tempests are proving effective? Yeah. I mean, Tempests were always going to be effective in this scenario. It's just whether or not we lost the game first. When you have a pair of teammates that are effectively not building units, it's real rough. Did my observer die? It did die. Let me put it all the way in the back, because we don't need to worry about detection until after our wave is cleaned up. Tempests do not push very quickly. Okay. Now we can do that. Thank you. Still don't fully understand, but it's enough to know. Yeah. This does have quite a lot going to it. There's a lot of units to learn, a lot of details to learn. There are 16 is it 16? I forget. Is it 16 factions now, or is it 17 factions that you can choose from in Direct Strike? And each has an entire set of unique units to choose from. And it's got all the regular StarCraft mechanics added in with, you know, unit upgrades, ground attack, ground armor, shield upgrades, air weapons, air armor. We have economy that we can upgrade and all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm trying to build a unit composition that is going to smash up against the opponent's unit composition and win. My units spawn in the world every 60 seconds, and then move across it to destroy as much as they can. It's 17? Perfect. I was gonna say, like, I thought it was 16, but I remembered, wait a minute. With Megsk, I think it's 17. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Crack. Okay, so with that bonus, with us finally stacking, it's we're gonna get some good damage in here. This is actually a good time for me to get Archons. I think I want to put them in back for once. Because Storm is a good unit. What's the bonus when you destroy bunker? Just straight up cash injection. You get bonus money. I'm actually not going to use Storm for the first couple waves here. Instead, I'm just going to let the Archon spam feedback all those medics. This is actually going to be difficult. I don't know that they can stop this. Yeah, this is the Doom stack. GG. Alright, sweet. All I had to do is hard carry the game. We're good. Did not expect that to happen. Not gonna lie. Oh, guys, you'll get a kick out of this. So for Christmas, I got a wonderful little gift. It is a loose leaf tea brewer. But it's in the shape of a sloth, and it's called the Slow Brew. It's a sloth that hangs onto your teacup and leaks tea. I love it. Tempest stacks superbly? Yeah. Tempests are very good at that. Must have been a real depressing game to the opponents. Yeah, pretty close. I imagine so. A sloth? Yes, it is. It is a sloth. I mean, I already have loose leaf tea brewers, but this one is just cosmetically interesting. Gotta remember, spawning in this position with this faction in particular, I have to use a different build order, and I don't want to autopilot. It's the same build order for everything else except this one particular spawn position. It's like oh, nice. And he opened Reapers, which loses to everything. Alright, so we got Stukov second position, getting hard wiped. You can play Switch. I have actually played Switch. I mean, I guess it's not terribly surprising, but still. Yes, by the way, Romero, that is exactly what it is. Is this campaign or multiplayer? Technically multiplayer? It's direct strike. Alright, and our opponent does not do anything that would prevent me from wiping out the next wave. So we're just gonna wipe out the next wave. Goodbye. Tyke is so painfully strong. He is quite a good unit. Full on absolute unit style. I think I'm actually going to get this guy here. Just so I have something to clean up Gary. One unit wipes out 2 waves. Yep. That's how that works. Welcome to Tychus. I don't have detection. Well, rip me. Oh, thank you, friend. Do we full wipe? We do. Ah, I didn't get every one of them. I don't think I'm gonna have detection for next wave either. Sadness. T4. Alright. Nope, no detection. That's a lot of Wraith. I'm always tempted to go the serious route here. Like, because I can. And one volatile infested survives. It takes out a fair share of the... Do we want to try going mass serious here? Like, probably can. I'm gonna try it. Worst case scenario, we lose the game.
Research complete.
Get detection first. Serious is detection. Oh, I can take it the bunker. Oh my god. Yep. Granted, it's not good detection. It is detection. Alright, you need this so that when you explode, you take everything with you. Good job. Still only got 1 kill. Which is tier 3 upgrade. Never seen Sirius get there. It just bonus HP and damage for his turret. All right.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
That should be a decent amount of anti-air. What is Sirius actually detection? His turret is a detector. So as long as it exists.
Research complete.
And away we go. Turret dies fast, so we wouldn't trust it. I mean, that's fair. It is a fair assessment. Oh no, now he's getting hellions.
Minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
As long as I micro one of them to have the turret placed behind, we'll be fine. Or at least not, you know, in front of everything. See? Just like that. God, he's so bad at everything.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Can't tell if my series is working or not. The answer is no. Answer is always no.
Not enough minerals.
But it's enough to beat out the Hun and Horner, which is funny to me. And if we survive to deal with anything aircraft at Stukov's side, also good. Upgrade serious attack speed? I don't know if I want to do that. That's a lot of investment for what's inevitably going to fail. And have to work something else out. Oracle is a good unit. You know, with this many Sirius, we can actually probably invest into, ho! Sirius just insta-nuking Gary, which is funny. With this many Sirius, you can probably actually invest in the terror rounds. That would be funny. Yeah, I know. It's also an upgrade for Sam, which is convenient because every single one of our upgrades units will benefit from it. Alright, yeah, now he's switched to Deimos Vikings. So no more serious fun for us. Let me get one of these guys to help out with that. And do I care about this? I don't care about this. God, Sirius is so bad. Alright, like I can't, like I have to get this. Like it's just anything to make these units usable. More usable. %25 attack speed. Please save us. Black hole. I never use the black hole on Warzone's wave if I can help it. Like you need some kind of splash damage. Otherwise it's just a bad experience all around. His wave? Yeah, oh yeah, there's a Zagaro wave there. Use that. You know, the explosions on the turrets, the kamikaze turrets, work it out pretty well. Like 21 kills counting. It's not bad. You saw it here first. You saw it here. Mass Sirius wins the game by a huge margin with that kind of damage. Yeah, don't. That's not how you, that is not how you hunt and horner. Getting memed on with Mass Sirius. So it has been probably more than 1,000 games since I've been able to do that. At least since I've encountered someone who will let me do that, I think is the more appropriate phrasing. More accurate statement. Again, you can win the game by not building anything if your opponents all leave. Exactly. Someone watching is dying having seen Mass Sirius succeed. Yep. Come on, Vorazun destroyed everybody. Vorazun did particularly well in that match. I will say that. Probably the reason why we won that, actually. Like, Vorazun was carrying. I was just kind of throwing Sirius around. Alright, so we have a Carix here. Whoa, okay, no, don't do that. That is my wave. Awesome! That's exactly what I wanted to see. That means I can cheese and also not get punished for it. Because the cheese is also the correct answer to deal with that particular player, or that particular faction. My selection of particular cheese could backfire if he didn't build Sentinels, but he built Sentinels, so we're good. Everything is fine. Now, of course, this is going to cause stacking to happen, so if my Void Rays do not survive the next wave, then we're going to have an issue. And well, not an issue so much as they won't get the damage done, and they are not going to survive this because that is Nova with Marines. At least they'll destroy Nova herself, which is going to be good. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Want to do this and this. Let's get this going here and here. Alright. Petition to create my own lobby. No! Alright, come on. Nice line, please. Thank you. Ignore that. Okay. This is fine too. One more shot. No, I tried. Tried to save him. That might cost me. I spent on anti-ground instead of another anti-air unit, which may come back to bite me in the very near future. Yeah, yikes. And we're fighting in front of the cannons, which is not ideal. Although this matchup is one matchup where it's actually worthwhile. Okay, well, he's got 2 siege tanks. Okay. Come on, nuke. Splash damage at all. Yeah. Alright, well, those tanks are going to get absolutely destroyed. You tried. This is the whole fighting on top of the cannons thing. Not ideal. This is just going to end in doing less damage to the next Nova wave. Hey, we got 1 Marine out of it. That's convenient. And we kept Nova herself out of the picture for a moment. And the Marines are distracted with the Corsairs, which helps. Is it enough to defeat the opponents? Not quite. Nope, not at all. Okay. Oh, jeez. The beam! At least he didn't use it on my wave, which would have been absolutely brutal. Don't. Okay, now you can. Cute. 4 Corsairs, 3 Void Rays. Let's do this. Let's get 1 more of these and then more Corsair fun. Okay. There's so much storm everywhere. Oh my gosh, there's just so much storm. Get some Archons to distract Phoenix. Wait, that's not how that works. got +2 too. Well, that's not ideal for him. On damage things. Are we on the bunk? No, we're not on the bunker. We're on Nova. But there's so much web. We just walk it in. Oh, that's funny. Confused sounds good. I mean, it sounds good, but I don't need it right now. And it's not going to help me beat a wave that I'm already beating. When I can just spend the money on something like Void Rays. Can Confuse affect them while phasing? It can. Actually. Oh look, if it isn't carriers, good thing I've been building Void Rays behind. Good thing that our cover's out of energy, because that could have been really bad. Your last stream got you into Minecraft, this one will get you into StarCraft. Well, StarCraft is free to play. So you can just download it and play it anytime you want. Alright. Let's go. Do I want to? Yes. Yes, I want to do this. Come on, shoot the units. Well, one of the tanks wasn't shooting the units, which makes me sad. But it did give the Void Rays enough time to destroy every single piece of anti-air there. So they will just kind of blow everything up now. With their infinite range. Not actually infinite. Oh, so shield is better than armor? Not. It depends on the situation. It's not specifically better. Most Protoss units have half the amount of shields as they have health, or at least significantly more HP than shields. So shields only get half value most of the time. And considering shields is very often more expensive an upgrade, you're paying more for less. But it has its uses. Vorazun faction and Nerazim specifically tend to have more shields than most Protoss, so it tends to work out better to get shield upgrades relatively compared to other Protoss commanders, but doesn't immediately mean that it's a good idea to get shields at all points. There's so much web. There is so much web. Void Rays just eating things alive. Now, good news is now the Immortals are in front, so... Oh, there's the feedback. Okay, so he's definitely re-enabled feedback. Hello there. Nico! Coming in. And join the incursion. Congratulations, friend. You've just gained access to all the beautiful emotes here in the channel, as well as special access role on Discord. Welcome to the party. I think it is time to finish off the upgrades here. He's lagging already. I'm very, very excited about this match being almost over. Void Rays go vrrrr. GG. Excellent, yes. Alright, so that was a good match. You should get some wine anyways, cheese or no. I'm actually kind of low on the wine supplies at the moment. I am tempted to get more, but not so tempted as to go outside in the daytime. When is the Pride ever useful? Very rarely. He's good versus a lot of clumped up units. So if you have something like aircraft for a while, for example, that Vorazun unit composition that we had last match, Pride would be excellent for. But it's very difficult. It's kind of rare that you find that situation. You could never get a disorder the game. I always think that most fun to be had in games like this are finding out what's good against what, but players prefer to play well rather than experiment. So the problem with that, Elzerath, is the experimentation has already been done. People, you don't need to experiment in a world where everything is known. Game has been out since day one StarCraft Arcade is available. Every unit composition that has been tried, every unit composition that is available has been tried and tested many hundreds of times over against every other unit composition. At this point, there is no experimenting. There's just people doing things suboptimally. They are one and the same.
Not enough minerals.
That's your problem. Turn-based strategy games aren't much of a test of skill as a result. That's fair.
Not enough minerals.
You smell Super Gary? I don't think we need Super Gary just yet. Although to be fair, I could get a Super Gary to hard shut down Kerrigan Hydra spam. Looks like Hydra Spam won't be the call. It'll be Mutas, and for which I don't need Super Gary. But I think I'm gonna get Super Gary anyways, just to make sure. But I'm not gonna be fast versus it. Here, let me get this. There we go. Clean up all those. Always need Super Gary. I mean, I'm gonna get Super Gary eventually, so you're right. I do always need him. I just don't always need him right now. Well, that's unfortunate. Rip these units. Come on, get it, get it, get it. No, almost got it. What happened? Why didn't I? Oh, that's why. Oh well. Lego. Lurkers actually did something. Yeah. That's kind of why I got him. Like, either Kerrigan ignores them and I take the bunker, or Kerrigan doesn't ignore them. And by that I mean builds anti-ground units, and then I obliterate the ground units. Nice. And there are the Hydras. Good thing we're prepared for that. Goodbye, everything. Almost Super Gary time. Speaking of the orbs, in Direct Strike, he gets 2 charges of his orb, and it's just one orb that launches. It's different from co-op, because in co-op, that would be the most broken thing ever. There was actually a time in Direct Strike where he had his co-op triple orb strength, but that was very quickly removed, because it would literally wipe out entire waves on its own. All right.
Take a breath, open your mind. Take it one day at a time. You can run.
That Super Gary is 3 reps doing 200. In co-op, yes. In Direct Strike, no. Because, again, that would be the most broken thing possible, as it would quite literally wipe out every single unit from every single faction, period. Multiple charges of triple. Actually, maybe 7 months ago. If you're talking about in co-op, I don't think he's been changed in co-op. Then again, I don't think he's been changed in co-op. In Direct Strike, he only had his full power orbs for like a day and a half, in his beta testing. Indirect strike. Well, that's unfortunate. The mutas got stasis and therefore invulnerability and didn't take the AoE. Okay. Get some of this action going. Oh, here's a lot of damage. Yeah, he's gonna have to use the beam if he wants to survive this. Which is unfortunate for him. Bit awkward moment when we actually got off a full orb on. The stasis from Mr. Phoenix here is not helping him. Just kind of an awkward place to be. Alright, warp time. Wiping out mirages left and right. That's so many mutas. Ooh, this is over. Like, that's no way. That's so many mutas. They're 3-3 already. GG. Brawl, I think I'll pass on the Brawl tonight. You need to learn Tychus? Tychus is difficult. He's that commander that you kinda have to learn every other commander in depth before really understanding how Tychus works. With Tychus, all of his units are so expensive that spending any amount of your income on the wrong or even an inefficient unit choice just means you have to wait 2 waves before you can even start working the other direction. It's like saying, hey, let me build 30 zealots and then wait and see what the opponent does. And if the opponent builds wraiths, well, you have 30 zealots of literally useless damage that they do nothing for your wave. So you end up with 30 zealots behind. And from that point on, it's like, alright, well, how about I start getting anti-air? Well, congratulations. 30 zealots worth of wraiths, in terms of income, is going to beat any amount of anti-air you can build for the rest of the game, because he just keeps building wraiths, so you just lose the game because you decided to build 30 zealots out the gate. That's how Tychus works, because Tychus units are so expensive, if you build the wrong one, you lose the game forever. So you need to be very careful about that. It's the same thing with gear. It's like, oh, look at all this fancy gear and upgrades. Let me get this, and if it doesn't if that gear doesn't win the wave for you, like literally, if that gear doesn't win the wave for you, then you've lost the game because it's so expansive.
Don't know where you are, you feel the danger closer than your heart. When the weight is getting heavy and the future.
So it's hard commander to learn. But hey, once you learn it, He's a real good commander. He's also kind of unique in that Tychus is the only commander that has a unique set of units required for each matchup. Usually you only have like 3 unit compositions more or less to deal with every matchup. It's like, alright, well this commander does 1 of 3 unit compositions and that unit composition will be optimal versus whatever opponent they're facing, one of those 3. Tychus doesn't have that. Tychus has a unique unit composition for each opponent in his matchup, which is interesting. This is the moment where we start to trigger Crag. Because I do not feel like using 2 hands right now. No. Alright, get off of my port! Okay. I didn't realize just how small Corrosive Bile's starting hitbox is. Like, it's only hitting one of those Marauders. Like, Marauders they're not that thick. Ouch. Why is he getting those? Oh. Alright, now we're doing some actual damage here. Beautiful. 2 waves cleared. Time for gas. Really needs to invest into that cloaking ability, the cloaking upgrade. That way he doesn't lose significant amounts of his HP out the gate. That would be huge. Sudden massive boost in HP. What is my opponent doing is the question. Nope, Craig. Oh, Banshees. Oh, well, that's convenient. Corrosive Bile whacks him out. Let me get an Overseer anyways. I see you, DM. Hey, he got the cloak upgrade, so no more feedback taking a chunk out of each and every one of those raised HP. It's good for us, good for team. This also means they're basically to wipe out Alarak, because Alarak is not prepared for the mass raids. So there goes Alarak and pretty much everything else. So now these guys survive, and this is probably going to be enough on the Ravager front. Let me get this guy going. Gas first.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Maybe before you walk away. No, I'm not chasing down.
look at all those biles not hitting the bunker. Isn't that so painful? We could have taken the bunker there, boys.
And I don't mean to be that guy.
We're pushing into storm, so let's do this, this, then this. Actually, let's get this. Alright, sweet. Good job, team. Oh, this is going to be some serious damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a lot of damage. GG. I didn't even get to bring out the next wave of units. Excellent. And away we go. Hey, Husky got in before Crack. I'm pretty certain everyone here is on stream, or at least in chat. Shh, not stacked. No, the teams aren't terribly stacked. I don't know, actually. I suspect Team 1 is going to have... I suspect Team 1 is going to have the advantage here, as if not my team. But we'll see. Who is the easiest commander? Zagara, by far. Already have a good one, Alexander. I shall see you soon. In the fields of combat. Why is that? Because Zagara only has one unit composition. And either it works or it doesn't. That's why. There's not a lot of nuance to it or anything else. Alright, so let's see. We have no cannons in front. Awesome. So here we have a... we don't know. Moved forward, that's what we have. Why did I do that? We didn't build units. I guess we'll figure it out sooner or later. Should figure it out here. That's a war zone. Okay. Actually, it could be Phoenix. One of the two. I can't tell with the... oh, he opened double... well, at least we're getting some damage in, I suppose. That's either Phoenix or Vorazone, one of the two. This is unfortunate. That is Phoenix. Awesome. This is like... so we have an Alarak mirror as well as a... what is it called? We have an Alarak mirror and a... Tychus mirror, which is great fun. We can do this then. Just to get the ball rolling. Going to basically make him stay Praetor Phoenix form, which will do nothing versus our Banshees, which will then leak into the Alarak wave and do some damage. Because that's a fun experience for Levita. Mr. Enju to deal with. Alright. You have to use Pylon Overcharge to clear that up. Which is, you know, it's an option. Nice. Another easy cleanup. Like, all of our waves are smashing their cannons every time. So no more supplicants for that wave. For Tychus Mirror, you just make Sam until someone loses? Yes. Technically, there is some more nuance to it, but yes. There are things you can do, and whenever leaks happen, massive trouble spikes. And what's happening here is that there are leaks present. Yep, that's unfortunate. Okay, just stop this. It's not a bad idea to have one blaze. But the Sams are going to be able to take it eventually. More relevant to that was the existence of the stack. Just having the stacking units made all the difference. You see here where the stack is the opposite, and the same result, but our side was the victor. And now we slam their cannon very, very hard. Oh, hi, disruptors. Detection. That's gonna add a huge issue for us, actually. These banshees. They're just being annoying more than anything else. Ooh, the blink back. Brave. Use the 4th stun. There it is. Hey, look at that. Is that enough for these stalkers? No, I think this Sam being out here is all it's going to take. Having to clear up those stalkers. Or, nope. Nope. Even with a few stalker leaks, it looks like our Tychus came out on top of that one. You know, at least until the next set of death shows up to deal with us. And Phoenix is here to cause problems for us, which is really rather unfortunate for us. Everything is on fire! Everything is always on fire.
StarCraft stream. The correct thing for my drunk earth self to fall asleep to. Merry Christmas, Incursus in chat.
Merry Christmas to you too, Austin. And happy holidays. I hope you enjoy. That's a lot of Tychus in one spot. A lot of units in one spot, to be honest. Alright, I don't think we are going to win this. We took a fairly large amount of casualties here. There's no damage. We took a lot of damage. I lost all of my infested front line. All of it. Oh, besides the front line going away? Yeah, no damage besides the front line going away. But yeah, the stacking units I have are intact, so that is good. Now, how does this turn out? Besides poorly. What happened here? That's a grenade. That's some manually micro disruptor balls, and most of them straight up missed, which is good for me. Yes, all of the damage. Do it. Come on. Yeah, alright, good job. Oh. It's that o'clock. Yeah, they are a little bit difficult to deal with, leak-wise. That's kind of why I have them. Apply pressure to things that you guys don't want me to apply pressure to. Wow, actually Phoenix did not do particularly well against Tychus there, which makes me happy. Get some damage upgrades and cleared. Alright, one bunker down. Save your Sam charges. Woo! Yeah, Phoenix does not perform well versus Mass Sam. At least not when he's gone hero heavy as he has. Alright, so do I get to clean this up is the question. 'Cause there are a couple Tychus units spread in. Tychus has definitely started spreading out. He's got himself some Rattlesnake in there. Versus Stalker and Wrath. Yeah, no, you can't. Not versus that unit composition. Alright, looks like I do not survive. Rattlesnake coming in and clutching up. What's going on with Mr. Sinister here? He's got the Wrathwalkers up. Vanguards are online. He definitely needs more Adepts. Not Adepts, Supplicants. Yeah, this hurts. So at this point, I think Stagiair needs to be diversifying. The Mass Sam, good in the mirror matchup, but is good. Why did I move that back? We still have our cannon here. What am I doing? Oh, I messed up. Alright, well, for some reason I thought our turret died, so I brought them back. Okay then, this is unfortunate. Oh, that's another Empower Me. Alright, so there should be charges here to help clean this up. There's 2 charges. This is really rather unfortunate. Alright, I think I need to do a midline here. Or I can actually get away with some stacking. Go with the stacking build instead. How'd you get Diamondbacks? Diamondbacks are actually really good here. It's a question between getting Diamondbacks and thrashing Tychus, or going with the infested siege tanks and trying to stack. I could basically guarantee winning my wave by going for the Diamondbacks, but then I wouldn't help out much against the next wave to follow. So there is a question as to, there is a legitimate question which I would prefer to do, and I'm going to go with siege tanks, mostly because I already have them, and I'm closer to hitting that critical mass. But Diamondbacks are a potentially better option. Potentially stronger option. Oh, we need to do Wrath and tanks? Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 mirror matches. Like, it doesn't take much to offset. Like, both players on both teams are playing well. It doesn't take much to offset. It's like you have 2 equal forces. The only people that decide the difference here are are Phoenix and I. So if I can get any kind of stacking units into my teammates' wave, we just snowball super hard. And of course, the opposite is true. So I want to do everything I can to make sure we don't get snowballed. Make sure we win all of our waves. Oop. Tychus can't scan, so I needed to be on that. Oh, he just blinked all those stalkers into one spot where they can all get hit with splash damage at once. Well, that's... Conveniently, they didn't get attacked even once. But, you know, tried. After Infested Siege Tank, go down backs pretty much, yeah. So now this is the part where they start stacking. And this is likely to mean that my tanks will not survive stacking. But this is where things can go wrong. But if we stack, then great things will happen. In an effort to help the stack along, I'm going to start getting damage backs now. Do we just straight up beat them? Oh, we straight up beat their stack. Oh. Okay. Well, that's convenient for us. Siege tank stronger than I expected. We broke them. Or they're stacking again. No, they're stacking again. Never mind. And there are the charges. A lot of the charges used on the Wrathwalkers, but I guess that's fine. Plus 2 HP. Also starting to show up. Just ignore the Warhammer chat and talk in chat. I have been. Oh, thank you for scan. Yeah, this hurts. This hurts a lot. SC2 server still broken? Yes, yes they are. But direct strike works, so that's nice. So remember when I said when they start stacking, things become a problem for us? That's what's going on here. He lost so many units. Oh gosh, he's down to 4 SAMs. Oh, that hurts. That's Blaze Shield. So that's going to change things around. SAMs are no longer a great option. Like, straight up manhandling Tychus style option. He does need a frontline, which he does have. He's got some blazes. Going for Kevs. Kevs do not help versus... Kevs are worse versus Blaze Shield than SAMs are. The answer is SAMs and Blaze Shield yourself. Granted, your opponent doesn't really have SAMs, so just unshielded blazes are going to be good. So you don't need tier 3 shield if your opponent... Well, I mean, tier 3 shield will help out. It will be the difference between Wrathwalkers. Like, the Wrathwalkers are going to... You want tier 3 shield at this point just for the Wrathwalkers. Not for Tychus, but to deal with the Wrathwalkers, you need it. You need it. So, there's that. Okay. At this point, you're not building to deal with your opponent, you're building to deal with everyone else. Good news is, it seems we stop all this nonsense in its tracks. Diamondbacks finally coming in here to deal the damage. Infested libs are a good idea. Just more of an idea for when we're on attack. And +3 weapons and armor I think is a higher priority for me. Broke the stack? Yes. Libs are terrible versus Wrathwalker. they're not good and they will not win, but they will do some serious damage and take a few hits. Most importantly, they'll deal splash damage, so it's going to be good enough to get 3 of them and go from there. Like, it's a worthwhile investment to have a few. It's not like I need to get a bunch of them. That's not going to be good. We have a huge stack here. Yep. There we go. With siege tanks here, we can stall the Tychus wave for a long time and let the Wrathwalkers do their damage. There we go. Just shatter that. Now it's a full stack versus... And a preemptive scan. Oh, you beautiful friends. Let's get 4 of them. Phoenix actually doing really well here. But we are on the base. Damage is being dealt. Preemptive scan. We don't really have a stack here anymore, and I'm fighting on the base. So this is going to hurt us a lot. Like, no stack, fighting on the base. Our stack is going to break here. Question is... how badly? Most of the Wrathwalkers survive. Yikes. Without the stack, the Wrathwalkers fall to the mass blaze shield. Actually, I think our Tychus just wins this. Like, that's a lot of SAMs. They chew through the blaze shield so quickly. The Wrathwalkers are going to survive, though. Okay, I need more of this. Here and here. Do this. Get this guy going. Coloron survives. Coloron surviving is not good for us at all. I'm sure Alrak could take him out, but yikes. You guys have to stack at the Nexus? Yeah, I think... yeah, we'll try to stack at the Nexus. You know, assuming that they don't... They do not appear to be stacking heavy enough to make a huge difference. Like, I think we will be able to stack on the Nexus here. Gosh, that just the manual casting of all the blaze is ridiculous. Alright, how many SAMs survive? This is the question. Oh! I should have been faster on that. That's very bad for us. Yeah, that's really bad for us. Few seconds where they wiped us out. Yikes. Let me get this guy and do this. Put you here. This actually is something I've been doing recently, and it's really good because it helps out with the siege tanks. The siege tanks they need the vision for range. That way they don't unsiege and siege every time. Yeah, our Tychus in the Tychus mirror, our Tychus is way ahead. That's why you always have your hand on the keyboard. Yeah. Okay, just... no. Give me all that beautiful detection. All right. Now we might stack, we might. And more importantly, we seem to have broken their stack in the midfield. Well, okay. That's a huge stack. That's a problem. Staggy out. Your Tychus needs to be pulled slightly back so it doesn't pull aggro. You don't want it being shot first. Like, that's a problem. Protection goes in all fields. Yeah, so Tychus runs through me. Tychus runs through me super hard. Well, yeah, I do have some pretty good anti-air. I'm gonna play around with it some more. Like, remember that I have a whole line of Diamondbacks. Anything that lands just dies. I do have a fair amount of Infested as well as some Liberators. He's getting more, mind you. This looks like a stack I don't think we can come back from. Or Tychus is going to clean up the stack, but then there's going to be a Tychus slamming into my wave, which is not good. Not good for me. Problem. I need siege tanks to deal with the Tychus, and I need anti-air to deal with the Phoenix. So this puts me in a really bad position. Like a really bad position. No. That's it. GG. That was very, very close. Very good game indeed. Let us see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a great time. I'm going to go get some dinner. I hope you all have had fun. That last match was absolutely amazing. And I will see you guys in the next video. So until next time, later.